What's going on? Shlema, Gildu Shabitchtale, Aile. All praises to the Most High forever in Aramaic. Now, this is further proof how Egypt is on the west coast. The Israelites came out of Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, which is the Salton Sea, and then they went northeast to the land of Canaan. And this is just further proof, okay? Saul destroyed Amalek from Havilah all the way to Shur, which is close to Egypt. Where is Shur? Close to Egypt. Now, in literal terms, Shur, which is Asher, so Shur, Asher, Al-Panim means on the face of Mitzrayim. So it's on the face. Face is Panim, right? Panim, face is face. So again, what does Shur mean? Shur means wall. Okay, wall. Here's a better one right here. Wall. This is what Shur means, wall. A place southwest of Palestine. I'm going to show you where Palestine is, right? The Philistines, you heard me say that. A place southwest of Palestine on the eastern border, or within the border of Egypt. The Israelites passed through the wilderness of Shur after crossing the Red Sea. Now we know it's the face. In Aramaic, it's not Shur, right? It's the Chigara. Chigara means, or Chigger means to encircle, to gird. So it's the same meaning basically, just different words. All right, so we got Shur, Chigger. Now I'm gonna show you real quick the Spanish maps first. Bam. So this is the old conquistador Spanish maps, right? That of America. So we got California, and then we got the Red Sea. What does that say? Red Sea. So they crossed the Red Sea and they went northeast to the land of Canaan. Now it doesn't say the land of Canaan here because Israel is far more ancient than this map is, right? But we know that that's what they called it, the Red Sea. Why did they call it the Red Sea? So we know that over here in the Americas, this is where the true Holy Land is, right? Different clues will tell you. Now, check this out. We have where Egypt would have been in the LA area. We have where the Philistines would have been. Came out of Egypt and they was gonna go down here to the land of the Philistines. Okay, Palestine, Philistines. And then it says in the Aramaic scripture that they were the Most High didn't lead them south to the land of the Philistines because they would have been scared. Okay, so he led them by the way of the Salton Sea or the Red Sea, right? We know that that was all the Red Sea. Look, that even looks like it was underwater. That's a different story though. There's videos talking about that on YouTube, but it's all connected all the way through, just like the Spanish map. Boom, it's connected at one period in time. Okay, so we got the Salton Sea, and they would have crossed the Salton Sea. They didn't go down here because they would have been scared of the Philistines. So they crossed the Salton Sea, went northeast to the land of Canaan. Shur, the Amalekites would have been in this area, right here, Shur, okay? I just want to give you more geography, ancient geography. Right here in the Grand Canyon area is where they found Egyptian artifacts, right? So this would have been the land of Cush, because we know that Egypt was over here. Boom. This would have been the land of Cush, and the Cushites and the Egyptians shared similar culture. So this would have been where they fought the Amalekites right here. All right, now let's go back and read it. Saul destroyed Amalek from Havilah all the way to Shur, which is close to Egypt. And what does it say? A place southwest of Palestine on the eastern border or within the border of Egypt. The Israelites passed through the wilderness of Shur after crossing the Red Sea. So they would have crossed this Red Sea, bam, and been in the what? Land of the wilderness of Shur after they've crossed the Red Sea. Bam. we got Joshua tree. Joshua, right? The book of Joshua. Joshua, the warrior. Moses' warrior. So, yeah, that would have been the area right there. And this would have been the land of Canaan. So, again, that's just some proof right there, just to let you know that Egypt was on the west coast. And there's even pyramids over there that they found. Ancient pyramids in that area, in the LA area, and in California. But that's another story. But I just wanted to give you further proof how Egypt was on the west coast. We see where the Red Sea was, and then they crossed it and they went northeast to the land of Canaan. I'm not done. Look, check this out. ChatGPT says, here's some notes on 1 Samuel 15:7. Suggesting they inhabited areas between southern Canaan and the Sinai Peninsula. So the Sinai Peninsula, Mount Sinai. I wouldn't say the Sinai Peninsula because, you know, this is mainstream talk. A lot of the stuff ChatGPT has is mainstream information, but we're doing a little bit more research, right? And we're trying to know the real truth and the real location where the Holy Land is. So Mount Sinai would have been here in the desert. Obviously, after they crossed the Red Sea, they went to get the 10 Commandments in the desert before going into the land of Canaan, which is in the Utah area. So Mount Sinai would have been in these areas, in this big old area right here where the desert is, before going into the land of Canaan. Now let's go back to ChatGPT. All right. So read that one more time. Suggesting they inhabited areas between southern Canaan and the Sinai Peninsula. Southern Canaan, right? Of course. Past the Red Sea, southern Canaan wouldn't have been over here in the Grand Canyon where the Cushites were. It would have been in this direction. It would have been in this area right here, southern Canaan. All right, southern Canaan. And again, past the Red Sea. Now let's see some other notes. ChatGPT, I asked it a bunch of questions, so bear with me. Here, look, the Amalekites likely roamed the arid regions. Dry, arid, right? Arid means dry. Arid means like it could be a desert climate. Arid, dry, arid. Regions south of Canaan and east of Egypt, including parts of the Negev, Sinai Peninsula, and northern Arabia. So the real Arabia is actually going to be in this area where the Cushites where the Cushites lived. They lived in the region of Arabia, and that's another video. I've talked about that on my lives and everything, and I can get into it. I might make another video on that to update it. But yeah, that's also called Arabia in a broader term of that region, Arabia. And the Cushites lived in this area, in the land of Cush, but it was like the Arabian area. Role as Israel's enemies. The Amalekites are first introduced in Exodus chapter 17, verse 8 to 16, where they attack Israel at Rephidim. So most likely that's in the area or in the city or in the area of Shur during the Israelites' journey from Egypt. This establishes them as hostile toward Israel from the very beginning. So again, they got to them during the Israelites' journey from Egypt. So they didn't get to the land of Canaan yet.